Hi. While writing a book, have you ever come across a situation where your mind suddenly goes blank? You don't know what to write next. It happens. This is called a writer's block. Now, how do you avoid a writer's block? So, I'll tell you a few things that you can do. First of all, before you start a novel, when you freeze on the idea, when you decide that you want to write on this particular topic, take an idea which resonates with you. It has to be your own idea. It shouldn't be something that somebody else has given you, because ultimately you have to write. So you should be comfortable writing on that particular topic or that particular, using that idea for your novel. Once you decided on what you want to write about, close your eyes and visualize the entire novel from the start to the end, and look at it with your mind's eye like a movie, as if you're watching a movie. Now, this may take a few hours or it may take more than a day, but this is important so you know where your story begins and where does it end. And you also think of the characters who are going to be playing different roles in your novel. So you have various scenes, scenarios, characters. Everything is there in your mind's eye. It is there in your head. Now, once you've done this, make a broad outline story where you just put in an outline, like points. This is how your entire novel is going to run, right from the beginning till the end. So you have a broad outline now down on paper. The next thing that you need to do is divide it into chapters. So you have an idea on how many chapters you're going to be having in the book, whether you want 10 chapters or you want 30 chapters. And each of these points, this broad outline that you've made, you put it into various chapters. So that also allows you to distribute the content equally amongst the various chapters. Otherwise, you will end up having one chapter of just one page and another chapter of 10 pages. Okay. Now you visualize the characters as well. Put down the characters because there has to be enough content revolving around the characters. So put down the characters' names as well, and kind of you can put a brief outline about the what the characters are going to be playing. So now you have your chapters ready. You have the entire outline of the story ready. Now that you have the chapters, you need to decide on what is the time period by when you want to finish this novel. So whether you want to finish it in 1 month or you want to finish it in 6 months, distribute the chapters accordingly, depending on the number of months that you want to. So you know how many days you have to allocate for each chapter. In a day, you can't be writing the whole day. You will have to allocate a fixed time. It could be 2 hours in the morning, or it could be maybe the second half of the day. So decide when do you want it, want to write. It's important to have just maybe 2 or 3 hours, because in the rest of the day, your mind will be processing the story, which you will be using as content for the next day. Yeah. So now you have an entire schedule ready for the whole novel, which would spread across, say, 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Now you're ready to write. Once you start writing, you know which day you're going to be writing which chapter. There could be a situation where you reach chapter 3 and then you get bored. You don't want to write anymore. So stop it there and go to chapter 5. You know what you're supposed to write in chapter 5, right? You have a broad outline. So start processing. You can write, create situations and stories and humor and everything. And once you finish chapter 5, chapter 6, you can come back to chapter 3. So this way you don't run out of ideas or out of content when you're writing. You can avoid this writer's block. And if you get bored, you always have an option of going to another chapter. Sometimes you may just feel like taking a break of a day. Do it. It's good to take a break. Yeah, it's always good to go back and reread the entire story, whatever you've written so far. But that it's better if you do once you finish your novel. So I hope this helps you, handle the writer's block. Now, after all this, if you still have a problem writing, you can always get in touch with Spark Igniting Minds. Yeah, and you can get in touch by writing to sparking.biz@gmail.com. So we at Spark Igniting Minds will help you complete, start and finish your novel.